Shit. Hey, now you say you changed the I to a Y because you say you like, why? What's your biggest, why?
What's my biggest why? I mean, I got a lot of big whys, for real.
Let's get into it.
But I mean, I guess probably number one is just like, why is cats out here? Just so, like, the more I get into this culture, and I ain't just talking about like a black culture, I'm talking about a world culture, it's violent, man. And I'm not talking about just violence as in physical violence. It's mental violence, it's social violence, it's economic violence. And it's just weird to me that that's the shit that get the most press, it's the shit that get the most love, is the hate. You dig?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How you feel about modern day, or I guess the new R&B, like the sound of it all and the artists?
Shit, I feel like it might as well be rap. Might as well just rap it. You know what I'm saying? And I don't knock these young cats. Young cats always got their own thing. Hell, bell bottoms. My granddad used to be like, I bet you can't pull your pants off over your shoes. I'm like, I don't really want to, bro. But, I don't knock that. But I also think that it's such a thing as things that go in their place. I'm not going to put a square ball into a circle cutout. You know what I'm saying? And I think this R&B shit was really just about love. It was about expression, whether that be to someone you romantically involved with, or maybe that was just you just getting some off your chest in a responsible way. Yeah. It ain't that no more.
So you basically saying you think the love is missing from R&B, or the passion, or
I think you said it right the first time. I think the love is missing, man.
Yeah.
Give us another why.
Another why? This is a real why, but I be thinking about all kind of shit. I really feel like, it's a lot of racial hate going on, you dig? For whatever reason. But I just wonder, where did that come from? Like, does white people just wake up one day, what is the purpose of hating black people so much that you would teach, not only do, because if something happened to you, maybe you have an experience that caused you to hate black people like that, but for you to then teach your kids and they teach their kids, it's just weird to me, man. So that's another why.
Where you think the self-hate come from, though? Where you think, we talking about other races hating us for sure, but where you think the self-hate come from with us hating ourselves?
I mean, because we under a scholastic system with people that hate us. So naturally, our scholastic system is going to teach us to hate ourselves,
Learn behavior.
Yeah, and I don't want that to sound like a cliche, like people say shit like, oh, you got to learn how to love yourself and all of that. What I specifically mean is they take out all of the successes that we've had, or they trivialize the successes that we had and feed them to them in a way to where they are part of it. So therefore, they be a part of our success and absent from our failure,
Yeah.
So one of the big parts of your brand is touring, doing live shows, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people have saluted you on that. But I saw somewhere where they say you kind of, I don't like to use the word suffer, but you deal with stage anxiety and a lot of stage anxiety and stage fright. Is that real, or that's just some shit that they just made up for the internet?
Nah, I think I had a little experience, like somebody come to a little show, whatever, and record part of the show, and then, they auto-tune part of it and then paired it next to something in a totally different key and just try to, just be weird with the shit. So when that's just what they did.
What happened?
I would say, I guess I'm trying to understand it. You saying they recorded you and then they made a meme, or what
Yeah, made a meme. They recorded a part of the show, auto-tuned it to make it sound real crazy, and then paired it next to something else I was singing in.
So they altered the audio.
Altered it and then put it next to something in a totally different key. And just try to, niggas trying to get 40 likes out here, B. It's real. You know what I'm saying? So, and then after that, everybody coming to my shows with their phone ups, because he got little internet famous off of that. So now everybody is there. So it was, it was a little trying at that point, but
So for clarity, book like Jennings, you got the bag, I'm coming to rock. I ain't scared, for clarity for the people. I'm coming to rock and do my thing.
Nah, I got college to pay for, bro. I got 6 kids college to pay for. That shit don't deter me. You dig?
Yeah, most definitely.
So just to kind of rewind and go back a little bit, take us back to what it was kind of like growing up in Toledo.
Growing up in Toledo, I grew up in a different time, man. I grew up sometimes the bus didn't want to let you on the bus, just how they was feeling that day. Like white folks I think they was more outwardly crueler than it is. You cross the street, you hear 50 car doors locking when you go across. You go to school and they ask, what you want to be when you grow up. And then me, I remember specifically one time I said, I want to be president. The teacher laughed in my face like, you can't be president. Like,
Wow.
So I grew up in a dismissive time kind of,
Damn.
Yeah.
What you think your biggest obstacle being in this music industry?
It's me. My biggest obstacle in everything is me. This shit begin and end with me.
Accountability.
Hell yeah. I was just going to say that.
Ain't know you.
Oh, you're Gemini too?
Mm-hmm.
May, June. What is it? May,
June
3rd.
Oh.
June 3rd. Yeah.
You think that
Those
shit
June
throwing you
ones.
out?
Oh boy.
I think being a Gemini throw you for a loop. What you think that is?
I don't even necessarily believe in all that shit, man.
I do.
You know?
Yeah. Because every nigga, like, you said the same thing I would say.
You a Gemini?
Yeah. When you say your biggest obstacle is you, that's like accountability. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I can't blame, if I'm a man, I can't blame nobody for what I let happen in my life.
Nothing.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Some niggas don't feel like that. Some niggas it's somebody else's fault why they ain't got what they, you know what I'm saying?
Blame game.
Yeah, and I'm telling you, you can't. It's important what you just said right there. You're a grown man. You can't even be a grown man until you take responsibility for every single thing that happened to you.
Right.
I don't want to hear that shit. Oh, if such and such wouldn't have did this, or I'm not in control of this. Nah, bro. I take responsibility for every single thing. You dig?
Shit.
Yeah.
Good or bad.
Right.
Good or bad, man.
What moment you feel like if you could take back, you would be like, man, damn, I wish this shit didn't happen when I was trying to goddamn do my whoop.
None of it. I wouldn't take back none of it because it's like it's all an experience, man. Shit happens. It's like it's so weird. Like right now, I'm going through a what I call a bad luck phase of my life. Right, every year between like January and April, it just be the worst shit happening to me, like over and over. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I say that to say. And people ask me, oh, yeah, that was bad, wasn't it? I say, I don't know yet. You know what I'm saying? Because all of the seemingly bad shit that happened in my life led to the good shit that happened.
Right.
So at every moment, I don't know whether the shit is bad or good.
It was like a map to the greatness.
Right.
Yeah.
So I want to say two things. But, so you just dealt with like a robbery theft situation on the West Coast in Oakland. That was
one of the
between the window of January.
Well,
they broke in your car and took all your shit, basically, right?
Yeah. It was some weird shit, some little,
breaking and entering shit.
Yeah, and it's so crazy. We just parked. Guy that was with me. I asked the dude, like, we're gonna park right here, try to get this dude to, at least protect the bag a little bit more, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And wind up, getting they call it BIP down there,
Yeah. That's
and then the day before that, another couple got bipped. And I guess the dude tried to stop him, and these cats wound up killing him and his wife that was in the car.
Damn.
Like, yeah, so it's serious down there, man. So,
but so in the power of just thought and manifestation, and this is just real positive conversation. You don't think that maybe putting in your head that every year between January and this shit might happen? You don't think like there's some power, mental
like you
power,
claiming that shit,
like
every
claiming
year.
that kind of sort of.
it could be, but it's a lot of goddamn years I didn't claim it, and it still rocks like that. I don't know. I just they say you get what you prepare for, so maybe that's why I'm getting it. But I just always, but it's not, again, like, I think that you would term it bad. Like, I'm not terming it bad. I'm terming it seemingly to me from my eyes, which is very, very visually impaired. You dig what I'm saying? It seems as it's going wrong. You dig what I'm saying? But come April, usually in April, I just get a lot of realization on what all that shit was for. You dig?
Yeah.
What kind of things you can say, like, you can just say you did that got in the way of you doing whatever you feel like you need to be doing?
Number one is what you said, blaming other people, trying to look for excuses on why this didn't happen for me. I think also another one of my perceived shortcomings is that, I'm not too quick on change. Like, a lot of times we hold on to things that we peaked with. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's fulfilled its purpose, but because we become so comfortable with them things, Now we
We
think
just
that
don't want to let it go so we can get acclimated to the new shit that's gonna probably bring us better stuff.
right. It's like Pro Tools. I don't know if y'all work with Pro Tools. It's
Yeah.
like you have an old version of Pro Tools. I just got good on this shit, and they just came out with 8 more. Now I keep my Pro Tools until the files no longer transfer no more. But it would have been healthy mentally for me just to go ahead and learn the new shit.